a wonderful SVP conference. The theme of the conference is Integrating Theory, Research, and Practice. So this conference really grew out of the 2013 Career Development Quarterly Review of the literature of the field, and in doing that, we posed a specific research question, which was, to what extent was theory, research, and practice integrated? Where was the overlap in our field? And we found out that we had more integration of theory and research than we did theory and practice and research and practice. And since all of us have been committed to making a difference in people's lives, ultimately that happens related to practice. So we wanted to create a conference that tried to enhance the integration of theory, research, and practice. Bob Lent, sitting here in the front row, makes a really good point in his paper, saying not all theory and research is directly practice relevant, especially immediately, but some is. And so to the extent that it's possible to integrate theory, research, and practice, I think we have an obligation to do so. So the idea in creating these plenaries was to first, as we talk about integrating theory, research, and practice, well, the first would be theorists. So the first plenary brings together a group of contemporary theorists. There are more people who are active as theorists, but we chose this as a representative group of where we think theory is going in vocational psychology and career development and career services. The second plenary takes a look at the research part and takes a look at some of the how we use theory and research. We look at evidence-based practice in terms of meta-analytic work, and also a little bit about how we can foster collaboration in integrating theory, research, and practice. We'll then have another plenary where we'll get together journal editors and reviewers, editorial board members, who actually are the gatekeepers for our profession intellectually. And we'll talk about how journals, the responsibilities that journals have in terms of helping to integrate theory, research, and practice. We'll have a group of people who have been designated to summarize each of those three plenaries, and they will be with us at the final plenary. And then David Bluestein is going to kind of take us out on a positive note, looking kind of at a historical perspective of where we've been in integrating theory, research, and practice, and where we might be going. So what I'm going to do is introduce the plenary speakers. I'm going to introduce them all at once, and then as one sits down, that's the clue for the next one to come forward. Thanks to Tex to my left for making all the technology work. But we'll first hear from Bob Lent from the University of Maryland, representing social cognitive career theory. So he's looking at the integration of theory, research, and practice through that particular lens. Bob Reardon, who's worked a lifetime in terms of integrating and implementing John Holland's Ryesack theory, will talk in relationship to Ryesack. Mary Sue Richardson from New York University is going to discuss her work in relationship theory and how she sees theory, research, and practice being integrated. Mary McMahon and Wendy Patton collaborated on a piece in terms of their systems theory framework of career. Wendy wasn't able to be with us today, but Mary is, and so we'll good wishes to Wendy, and Mary will represent her quite well. So we're going to start with Bob Lent, who was instrumental in the first of these SVP conferences in looking at the integration of theory, and so he's going to have another chance to think that through.